Hi, Janine here. Just drop me a wave if you can hear me. Hi Sherilyn. Hello. I'm just going to give it another minute or two. Is that Hillary that just jumped in? Hillary, is that you? Did I just see your photo pop up? Drop me a hi, whoever's jumping on. Catherine! Hello. Hi, Hillary. I'm just getting the last of the stuff ready and making a little bit of a mess, and we're going to get started. Where is everybody on here from Ireland? Or is anybody from a different part of the world? Hillary, hello. Hi, Catherine. Okay. Hi, Olive. Okay, we're going to get started because I need to get this message out, and I am going to chicken out. So I'm going to do it now. Okay, so California, wow. Okay, great to have somebody all the way from California. I'm South African, funny accent, but I am sitting in Galway in Ireland. Hi Susie, so good to see you. Okay, I'm going to open up sacred space before I speak because I just feel that the message that I need to deliver, it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. And so I want to bring the ancestors in to get to that they deliver the message more than I do, if that makes sense. So this is Mpepu. This is the African version of sage, and this is what we use to call on our ancestors. I've been having throat issues all of a sudden. About 2 minutes before I went live, I started coughing non-stop. So I know that there are forces that really don't want me to deliver this message, but like I'm going to deliver it anyway. Okay. Belfast, living in England. I lived in England. I'm British. Well, British passport. I lived in London and in Surrey. Yeah, I love it in England too. Okay, so calling on the ancestors. Bear with me one moment. If you can just take a deep breath in for me. Okay. Calling on the ancestors from the north, the east, the south, the west. I ask you to come down from the mountains, from the seas, from the rivers, from the bushes, and from the caves. I call on my maternal and paternal ancestors, those in heaven that love, know, and respect me. I call on my guardian ancestors, the Zulus, the Xhosas, the star galactic beings, the fae folk, the shiny ones. I call on the prophet and I give permission to remove the veils from my eyes and to help me to deliver their messages today. Marku, Mako, Siabonga. I call on the ancestors of everybody present here with us at the moment, those that are watching live now and those that might be playing this message back later. I ask you to go to your children, to help them to receive the message with an open heart and to take the words as it's meant to be. Marku, Makos. Okay, let's get started. I'm just going to inhale a little bit. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering I am Janine. Actually, correction, I am Zanatongo. I am a Sangoma, which is an African shaman, and I am from the Zulu and now Xhosa tribes as well. I'm from South Africa. I live here in County Galway in Ireland. I go home every year to be with my tribes, to go into ceremony with my ancestors and continue to grow as part of my development for myself, my clients and my friends and my family, and for the community that I live in as well. And always for the country that I'm born and rooted in. I'm also one of the leaders So I firstly want to thank Veronica as well for arranging this beautiful event. It's High Ed Vision, Kieran. It's absolutely insane what she's managed to pull off with everybody's help in such a short span of time. So I want to thank her as well. This is the candle that I lit. I am the female leader representing Connaught, and I was asked to represent as well the caves in the sacred site of Carowkeel. Which is where I went. So I'm going to light this candle for our ancestors as well, and I'm putting the exact same intent in that I did on Friday night when I opened up space with the rest of the elders and the leaders. So I'm going to put that aside and just let that magic flow through. So when I was asked if I would come and join and be part of this ceremony and represent my area, my first thoughts were brilliant, yay, this sounds lovely. And then I started reading some of the messages that were going back and forth, and I actually went back to Veronica and said, you do remember I'm an African Sangoma, right? And I'm not Celtic, and this is all very Celtic. And she said to me, no, you are meant to be here. There's a reason that you are meant to be here. And there's a reason I'm sending you to the caves. And we didn't really know what that reason was at the time. We laughed and we were like, sure, we'll go with the flow. And I think, although there are other leaders though that are also working with other traditions that have other guides with them, like Aboriginals or other guides like that. So I went to the caves. What is very interesting that she was showing that I had to work with the caves is, in African tradition, the cave ancestors are our strongest ancestors. They are the Bushmen, okay? They are ancient, very, very ancient. They carry extreme traditional ways. The only people that go to the caves and to go and seek out the advice and wisdom from the Bushmen would be, in our culture, the Sangomas, but you can see it and extend it to be the magic people, the healers, and healers are even the musicians, the artist, everybody that carries that magic and identifies with that magic in them. So it was great that I was going to the caves, because that's where the Sangomas go when they want to find out what muti, which is medicine, what medicine is needed to take their magic a step further, to grow even further, to help themselves, their communities, their tribes, etc. So when I went on Friday and I met with the Bushman, there were many things that I was shown, and most of the things I can't discuss yet, and I've been asked to keep to myself just for now, to mull it over, that there's more information to come, and until I see the bigger picture I can't share it. But that there is this piece of information that I do need to share, and I was shying away for it. I didn't want to come up and share it, but yeah, I'm doing the work of the ancestors, and I'm going to be sharing it anyway. So when I went down, they took me and put my hands on the earth, and I could feel this rumbling underneath it. And there were many conversations had about different things. And one of the conversations were, they are awakening the ancient ones. They are awakening the ancient ways. So that blew my mind. And I asked how, when, why, and they wouldn't give me any of that information. But they reminded me as well that a lot of the ancient ways, we in this realm alive already hold that magic in our DNAs from our ancestors. Our ancestors passed it on to us in our DNA over and over and over again. Some of us are already standing in that magic, and we know some of the ways of the ancient ways. And some of us, we are awakening to that magic, and we're standing in the shadows, in the backgrounds, and we haven't come forth with that magic yet, and we need to grow and nurture it a little bit more. So the time to do so is happening now. They wouldn't give me any more information, and I didn't want to do anything more that night on Friday, because to be honest, I went to bed. I was so exhausted. I was so tired the whole of Saturday. I couldn't come on here. I enjoyed the festivities from my bed, but I didn't have the energy. I cried a lot as I was releasing collective energy from all types of things, and I feel so much better. But I pulled cards over the last 2 days. I've pulled cards. I have 4. It's one message that comes that just keeps playing over to me over and over and over again. So I'm going to go through it, and I'm going to give you all a blessing, everyone a blessing as well, which is also going to be a little bit scary for me as well. Henry Paddy Shaman, my spine's on fire. Yeah, keep going. It's going to get even hotter now. So there is a reason why I pulled a card from Odin and the 9 Realms Oracle. Again, I can't share that information yet, but it's Norse energy, so take that for now. I just bought this deck of cards from my fiance. His birthday was in April, so this is the first time I'm using these cards. And the card that I pulled was Gefjan, okay? So when I read the card, Gefjan says, hi Samantha, Gefjan says, so she used to, it's a bit like South Africa, she used to sleep with giants, have intimate relations with giants, and she bore some of their children. But it was illegal back in the Norse times to have relationships with giants. So she was labeled, sorry, I have such an itchy nose, she was labeled a whore, okay? So you can look at this as in a lot of ways, like females are either labeled, we're either labeled virgin and prude, or we labeled a whore, okay? And then the gray area in between, nobody wants to look at that gray area. We are one or the other. We are black or we are white. It's as simple as is how a lot of society still views things. So I was really confused. I thought, what the hell does this card have to do with what I saw at the caves on Friday night? So I journeyed deeper with the card. And it goes back to that gray area. You see, this magic that we are needing, that's about to, these ancient ways that are about to be shook and woken up, okay? And like I said, many of us have these ancient ways already, and many of us are awakening to these ancient ways. Many of us have these ancient ways and we are holding them very, very close. And I get that and I understand that because, you know, I'm a Sangoma. I have gone through so much in the townships of South Africa, so much trauma and growth to be with my ancestors that my, you know, it's like my baby, my tradition. This is my baby. I am a Sangoma. This is the essence of who I am. But I'm not shy on sharing that essence. And what I find is a lot of people, not a lot, there are some people that still hold on to their traditions and it's not being shared. This energy that's about to be birthed within us and within the earth, it's not one healer stepping forward. It's not one healer coming forward and saying, I am going to heal this world, or I am able to do this, and I have the power to do this. It's a collective energy of healers across the globe that can do that. And in order for us to collectively to use all of our magic, we have to share. We also have to get used to the idea that it's not just one tradition that can awaken everything within us. And also we are told that we have to do things a certain way, you know, that the ancient ways, it was only done like that and not done in another way. And this is showing us that we have permission to use different traditions and different methods to enhance the magic of the old ways. That the magic of the ancient ways, yes, that's how it worked for those days, because the energy of those days were very, very, very different to the energy of the world we live on now. And even as this world changes and grow, it is the energy is expanding and ascending even faster, that the energy and the magic as it was all the way back in the ancient ways on its own needs to be enhanced and grown to match the energy of the world that we are going into. I don't know how that sounds to you guys or if it makes sense. And you know what? I have been shying away from this message for 2 years because I have been worried about how I'm going to be judged for saying this. So I want to make it very, very clear that the ancestors by no means are saying that you can take the ancient ways and the ancient medicine and ancient magic, add some fluff to it, and then call it a modality to some healing thing. That's not what they're giving anybody permission to do. They are saying that when healers of all kinds, remember, everybody holds magic, when healers of all kinds, all traditions from anywhere in the world come together collectively from their heart space true to the word of the ancestors, true to the word of the gods and the goddesses in the old ways, when we come from there with the same intent in mind, that's when we collectively grow the ancient old ways of magic. And that's when it becomes this powerful explosion that we take forward into the new world that is still being developed, while we all are in lockdown and will continue to be developed. I know that some people are going to judge me for this. My time of standing in the shadows are way over, because there's no time anymore, especially from everything that I saw, that it will eventually be revealed sometime when the ancestors are ready for me to share that message. So we're going to move on from that card. So we need to not be afraid of judgment anymore, okay? We need to step away from judgment. And those of you that are nurturing and growing this magic, I don't want you to look at other people and say, if I stood up and I spoke, what would this great leader say? What would this wise person over here, what would this elder say? Because they know so much. You are wise as well. It doesn't matter how long you've had this magic. You need to not be afraid of being judged. I'm very vulnerable standing here giving my message today, but I have the ancestors with me, and so be it. Then I pulled another card, which was the star ancestors, which just made me laugh, because on top of a Sangoma, I'm a star being as well. And I belong to galactic energies too, and I belong to a council. So the star energy, when I journeyed further with this card, reminds us that a lot of us, not just me, there's nothing special about me, a lot of us are getting messages at the moment. We are getting dreams, we are getting visions, we are hearing things, we are feeling things, and I like to call it, we are feeling things deep in our bones that we just know to be true. And we are second guessing these messages. We're thinking we're losing the plot. It's just all in our head. They also yet remind us that this is downloads. This is messages. But it's not only just messages from your ancestors, from the star beings, from the elders, from the old ancient ones. It's also messages that are awakening in our DNA. It's our memories that are finally being birthed. It is our memories that are coming to life so that we can bring to fruition the new magic for the new world. So don't ignore your messages at this time, okay? Please sit with them, take them further, journey with them even deeper. Okay, then I pulled another card yesterday. No, actually, those two were yesterday. Today I pulled a card and I got the Air Guardian. So she says, shift your perception. So again, I journeyed even deeper with her. Oh, Henry, thank you. I have a Henry that has my back. Thank you. So, I swear, anybody know what itchy nose means? So, Air Guardian, shift your perception, okay? This is where we need to change the way that we think, okay? We need to go beyond our limiting beliefs. We need to go beyond what we think is black and white. We need to shift into the gray area where the magic actually lies, okay? The missing ingredients to the magic now is always within this gray area at the moment, because we already know the black and the white areas. So we need to let go of those beliefs that people are going to judge us, and that we have to hold onto our magic and not share it because it's mine, it's all mine, because that's not going to work. We all need to bring our magic together. Not one single one of us is a hero, okay? We are heroes when we come together and we do the work, like we are doing this weekend. Look at the poets. Look at all the songs that we are getting, all the musicians that are out there on the weekends. Like, it's insane. They are our bards. They are our storytellers. They are our magic. They know the ancient ways. They are singing the words our ancestors used to sing that got passed on to them generations. So just look at them as an example. The magic lies within us. Last card I pulled was the moon, okay? The moon is at different stages in light and different stages equally in dark, and sometimes more in dark, and sometimes she is fully in the light. So the moon is showing that this isn't the time to stand in the shadows anymore, okay? This isn't the time to be hiding out in fear anymore. This isn't the time to be scared, to be worried about what are people going to think of me. Am I good enough to do this work? But how do I compare to Joe Soap or Jane Doe? You don't, and that's what makes you so beautiful and unique. But what will my mentor or my elder say? But what about the training that I received? My beliefs don't go 100% with one specific training. It's time to let all of those go. How am I going to be judged? It's time to let them go, because we are all here to shine across all the corners of the globe and the world. So it really is time for us to stand in our power. And when more messages are finally ready to be revealed, this message is actually the most important message out of the other things that I saw, will make probably even more sense. I'm going to read some messages quickly, see how you guys are doing, and then I'm bringing out the drum. And I am going to sing, yes, because the ancestors love taking me out of my comfort zone. I am going to sing my song, my ceremony song that was gifted to me by the Zulus, and that have been taken forward and validated by the Xhosa tribe I now belong to as well. This song is very dear to me for obvious reasons, but it also is about dreams, how the dreams are ruling over us. As a Sangoma, and probably with many shamans and many other type of healers, we get our messages through trance and through our dreams, through dream time. So this song is all about the dreams, and it's about getting the ancestors to come to us in our dreams to give us our messages and to help us to overcome our fears. And it's also about a reminder about how the ancestors have chosen you. You didn't choose the ancestors. The ancestors chose you to do this work. So it's a reminder of where we come from. So I'm going to need to put my glasses on, and I'm just going to go back a bit and see some of the messages, and then we're going to go into song. So I'm going to beat the drum and sing, and the singing on its own is a blessing. So you let the drum and the song and the words that come out of it, which is the healing, take you wherever you want to take. All right, I just want to see here. Hi, Susie, Belfast. Oh, I love your partner, South African. From where? Can't beat the South Africans. We are lovely people. Good luck trying to stop you. Yes, Hillary, you know me so well. Hi, Kieran. Hi, Ed Veg. An amazing, powerful, beautiful lady. Oh, thank you, Hillary. So are you. Deirdre, lovely to see you again. Always lovely to see you, Deirdre. Trixie. Hi, Trixie. I've met you, haven't I? Hillary, Shivers, definitely meant to be here. Good. Henry, your spine's on fire. Samantha, hi. Cheryl, your spine's on fire too. Yes, Hillary, your surname. Yes. Deirdre, all about the grey areas. Absolutely. There's a lot of magic in those grey areas that people tell us to stay out of. Henry being a solitaire. Yep. Hi, Mairead. Hi, Anna. Yes, I am part of the collective of healers. Good. It's the way to go at the moment. Sing it, sister. Oh, I will, Olive. Totally agree. Great, Samantha. Many people have my back. Thanks. Absolutely. Thank you, Henry. I thank you, not judge you. We are letting judgment release at this time. Yes, there's no time for judgment. There's no place for judgment. We stand with you too, Janine. Thank you, Cheryl. Perfect message for me. Really, really pleased. I've got your back. Thank you. I've got all your backs. Collective is beautiful. This makes sense for me. Thank you. I needed to hear this. You're welcome. Yes, definitely. I love this message. Good. I've a fight with someone. Fighting warrior talk. Yes. Okay. So let's. Joburg. Oh, my dad's from Joburg. I'm from Cape Town. Yeah, I don't go to Joburg a lot. I'm a bit scared of Joburg. I mean, I go and stay in the townships, which is incredibly dangerous, but yet I'm scared of Joburg. Go figure. Loving this. Thank you. Yvonne, you're welcome. Let's get the drum out, okay? So this song is a Xhosa song. Kieran, hi from Cleo. Hi, Cleo. All right, everybody take a deep breath in. And actually, I've dropped 2 of my cards and I need to get them because they've just shown me something I need to do with it. So don't mind me while I just bend over here. Okay. These beads are everywhere today. They don't want to sit still. All right. So everyone taking a deep breath in for me as we get ready for journey. I must have missed the part what you said about the itchy nose, Deirdre. Okay, so first deep breath in. I just want you to connect with the Norse energy of Gefjan, that beautiful goddess who stood up tall regardless of labels that were given her, who found the power to still stand in her goddess energy. And I just want you to take a look. What can Gefjan teach you? Star ancestors. What information have you been receiving lately? What memories are returning to you? To connect to the air guardian. Is there any place where you need to shift your perspective? Anywhere where you need to look at things in a higher light? You to connect to beautiful grandmother moon. Where are you still hiding in the shadows? Where do you need to step out and shine your light even brighter? What are your fears about speaking your truth? And just take 3 deep breaths in for me, breathing yourself back into your body. Nice deep breath. And one last deep breath in. Hoping everybody's back. Did anybody experience anything they want to ask before I just close our circle and leave you to carry on with the festivities, to go sing and dance and really enjoy yourselves? Anybody see anything or have anything that they're concerned about? Don't mind me while I put my drum down. Deirdre, you said the itchy nose, but I didn't see what you said about the itchy nose. Hi, Maxie. Okay, so we're going to be closing circle any moment now. Any questions before I go? So I want to thank the energies as well of Gefyan, the star ancestors, the air guardians, Grandmother Moon. You're welcome, Hilary. All those beautiful energies, deeper in beingness. Good, Yvonne, I'm glad. Carry on with it. And of course, this is going to be live now on this group, so you can listen back to it whenever you want. Deirdre, fighting in Ireland, we're saying itchy nose. Okay, I'm getting ready to take on anybody that's going to judge me, I presume. But I'll be fighting from a gentle warrior perspective, not horribly. So beautiful, thank you so much. I sprained my ankle, but have stepped into the light anyway. Good. I am really glad. I'm very pleased to hear that. Marco McCaws. Okay, guys, I'm gonna, we'll never blow out the candle because otherwise we're blowing out the intent. So I'm going to use my feather. We thank the ancestors. We thank all the beings that delivered our messages today. Stay safe and enjoy the wonderful festivities. And it was lovely to meet you, Anya. I will deliver messages whenever they come. So much love to you all. Have fun. Bye.